Hi there, and thanks for tuning in. Today we're looking at Lesson 1.2, Part 2, Solving Multi-Step Equations with Like Terms. Today we're going to have 6 things written in our notes, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to just make sure we review is what we wrote down from last class, or the last lesson we learned. To solve a multi-step equation, you're going to be simplifying each side of the equation, and that's mainly what we're going to be focusing on today because it will be necessary with like terms. What I would like for you to write down is this. Simplifying each side of the equation means combining like terms. Remember, combining like terms have the same variables, like negative 14x and 2x, or 3y and negative 22y. Okay, like terms have to have the same variable. Go ahead and take time now to pause the video here so you can write this down, and then once you're done, click play so you can see how it's done. So what we're going to be seeing today is we're going to be seeing more like terms. So the first thing that you want to do will be to combine like terms. Then you can undo addition or subtract, and then finally undo multiplication or division. So what would be helpful is if you would write these in your notes. I'm going to continue working out this equation here on the left so you can see how it's done, and then I'll give you some time to pause the video at the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is combine these two like terms. They both have x's, and I'm going to be able to combine them. What you do need to notice is whatever sign is in front of the number, that means if it's going to be positive or negative. Negative 14x is obviously negative, but this 2 has a minus sign in front of it, and that also means it's negative as well. So actually you'd get negative 16x here, and then just bring everything else down. Minus 3 is equal to 5. Then you can go on to undoing addition or subtraction. So I see subtract 3, so I'm going to add 3 to the other side to get it away from the x. So I have negative 16x is equal to positive 8. And then the last step, I'm going to undo multiplication or division. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 16. X will be equal to negative 1/2. Okay? So let's go ahead and take time now, if you haven't already, to pause the video here so you can write down the steps that you'll need for today, and then click play so you can try a few on your own. So this one you're going to try on your own. Remember, you're going to combine like terms first and then solve. So let's go ahead and pause so you can try number 3 on your own, and once you're done, click play to check your work. Okay, so the first thing you should have done was combine these two like terms. 9x minus 6x, or 9x negative 6x, gives you 3x. So 3x plus 15 is equal to negative 12. Next, we're going to subtract 15 from both sides. So we have negative 27 is equal to 3x. Notice it's negative 12 and negative 15. Same sign, add and keep. And then last but not least, we're going to divide by both sides on 3. So we'll get x is equal to negative 9, or negative 9 is equal to x. Okay? Here's number 4. Again, let's go ahead and pause this one so you can try it by yourself, and then click play when you're ready to check. Okay, so we've got negative 2x and negative 10x make negative 12x. And then the next step, I'm going to subtract 12. So I get negative 12x is equal to 6. And then last step, divide both sides by negative 12. X will be equal to negative 1/2. Okay? The next part is we're actually going to be building an equation and then solving. It says the measures of the interior angles have a sum of 360 degrees. Find the value of x. So what would be helpful first is to write an equation. So what plus what plus what plus what plus what equals 360, and then solve it. Okay? I'm going to give you time to try it on your own. So let's go ahead and take time now to pause the video, try this question on your own, and then click play to check your work. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to add all these values together. And I know some of them have x's, and that's totally fine. So we have 5x plus 3 plus 127 plus 10x plus 7 plus 88. and that is all equal to 360 degrees. Now I'm going to combine all of my like terms. First set of like terms I have are the 5x and the 10x, so that's going to give 15x. And then I have these numbers. I've got 3, 127, a 7, and an 88. So I'm going to add 3 plus 127 plus 7 plus 88. That's going to give me 225. So 15x plus 225 equals 360. To start solving, I'm going to subtract 225 from both sides. So I would take away from 360, I get 135 is equal to 15x. And then divide both sides by 15. X will be equal to 9. Okay. Got one more for you to try, and it's similar, but instead now the sum of the measured angles is 540 degrees. So again, remember to write an equation first and then solve it. Go ahead and take time now to pause the video so you can try it on your own, and then once you're done, click play to check your work. Alright, so I went ahead and wrote my equation. I have the 4x minus 8, 3x plus 3x minus 5, plus 92 plus 125 plus 91. I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms, so I'm going to start with the x's first. So I have 4x and 3x, and that makes 7x. Then I have a lot of different numbers. I have negative 8 or minus 8. I have a minus 5, and then I have 92, 125, and 91. So I'm going to add all those together, keeping in mind the 8 and the 5 are negative, and you should get 295. So plus 295 equals 540. Then we're going to subtract from 540. That's going to give us 245 is equal to 7x, and then divide both sides by 7, and that'll be x is equal to 35. Okay? So once again, make sure you write the equation first and then solve it so you can see all your like terms that need to be combined. That's going to conclude our notes for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.